It's too dark out here anyway. Shout out to y'all, man, but I ain't trying to hear you right now. But as y'all know, the Phoenix Suns are currently on the streak, man. We've been looking solid, man, ever since we put D'Anthony Melton in the starting lineup. I love his defense, man. His approach on the game is exactly what the Phoenix Suns needed. We need somebody who will orchestrate the offense, but also can hold his own on defense, can switch like whenever they do runs pick and rolls. Because as we already know, the NBA is ran off of pick and rolls. So if you have players who can switch off of pick and rolls and hold their own, that's how you win games. That's the reason why Golden State is such a problem right now. It's the reason why Houston Rockets were a problem last year. It's the reason why OKC is a problem now. I mean, you have to be able to switch on pick and rolls. That's what Phoenix needs to be concentrating on, not getting Zion Williamson, who I like. I like Zion Williamson, but I don't feel like we should lose on purpose. Like the moment you start doing that, you start teaching people bad habits. They start learning that, especially a young team like Phoenix is. Phoenix is the youngest team in the NBA currently, which is why I don't see why people hold them to such a high standard like they hold every other team. Like you gotta deal with the growing pains. This is how you find out who's a real fan of the team or not, because in a couple of weeks we'll be on top. We're on the bottom right now, but they're showing signs right now of what we can be, what we could turn out to be. We could be one of the best defensive teams in the league in a few years. I see that. I see us being one of the best defensive teams in the league within the next season or two. But in order for that to happen, we have to learn. We have to practice good habits now. We can't wait until 2-3 years down the line when we get better players to say, okay, now we want to start building a winner. No, it's right now. With the young players we have right now, there should be no reason why we're losing the way we are. We have young, talented players. We have T.J. Warren, newly acquired Caleb Oubre, who I like. I like him in Phoenix. I like his fit in Phoenix. I feel like we need to find a way to re-sign him next year. As long as it's not a max contract, as long as we're not paying him more than $20 million, I'm cool with that. Because we have to find a way to also acquire Draymond Green. Look, we ain't gonna be able to get Zion Williamson. We keep winning, So, yeah, we might be able to sneak and get him if Cam Reddish or who's the other guy? What's the other guy name, man? R.J. Barrett. If they go number one and we have a top 5 pick, okay, we might find a way to get Zion. But if we don't, which I'm cool with, if we don't get Zion, we need to try to get Draymond Green in Phoenix. Simple and plain. If we get Draymond Green in Phoenix, we're automatically, in my eyes, playoff contender and a problem in the playoffs. We have a chance to disrupt a lot of teams' plans and hopes and dreams of making a championship if we just get the right pieces. People keep saying point guard. Look, we don't need an elite point guard. Phoenix does not need an elite point guard. Phoenix needs somebody who can play defense. They need defensive players. We have enough offense on our team to hold our own. We have Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, T.J. Warren. That's enough offense if you ask me. Every single last one of them averaging over 15 points. We don't need any point guards that's going to take away possessions from them. But back to my point, Luka Doncic, man, I like Luka Doncic. Don't get me wrong, but if we're looking long term, we need to think long term. And DeAndre Ayton is a better long term fit, in my opinion, than Luka Doncic. DeAndre Ayton is averaging right now 16 and 10. Like, how many big men do you know come in the league averaging 16 and 10? That's the type of person right there that you want to build a franchise around. That's a franchise type player right there. You know what I mean? How many busts we had as big men coming into the league? DeAndre Ayton is not that guy. He's gonna be that guy who's gonna. Yeah, he has his flaws like everybody else does. You act like Luka Doncic is just perfect. You know what I mean? Luka Doncic has his flaws as well, man. Luka Doncic, I like that guy, but if we would have drafted him in Phoenix, that would have been 2 point guards. That would have been 2 guards who needed the ball. Luka Doncic and Devin Booker both need the ball. It's only one basketball. Who's going to score the basketball for us? You know what I mean? I like the fact that we got DeAndre Ayton mainly because it allowed us to get rid of Alex Lynn, who was always a offense, always a detriment. He was the biggest disappointment, in my opinion, that Phoenix has ever drafted next to Dragon Bender. Um, I like DeAndre Ayton, you know what I mean? Like I said, he's young, so he's gonna grow and evolve, and the sky's the limit for Phoenix. The same for Dallas. I mean, Luka Doncic, man. I might say what I say about him, man. Don't look at it as hate though. It's not hate. It's just me coming with my own opinion. I see a lot of Phoenix Suns fans, especially when we were losing, like saying, "Oh, we should have got Doncic." Look at Doncic. He's on a better team. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to realize. He's on a whole better situation than Phoenix. You know what I mean? Like Dallas was bad last year, but they didn't have DeAndre Jordan last year. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, plethora of injuries. You know what I mean? Bad fits. Dallas is not as bad as their record has seen. You know what I mean? Like now look at him. And plus they added Luka Doncic, who's a top 5 pick. You got to think about it. Just because the history of the NBA draft has a lot of buzz and Anthony Bennett's and Alex Lynn's and Dragon Bender doesn't mean that there hasn't been any good drafts where the first top 5 picks were good players. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible to have a number 3, number 4 pick be or look like a number 1 overall pick and still have the number 1 pick look like a number. Like, we gotta take this into perspective. This is one of the best drafts since hell. I could last remember. I want to say 2003, but it's too early to say that. Phoenix, we got somebody great in DeAndre Ayton. Dallas, they got somebody great in Luka Doncic. Simple. You know what I mean? Like, either or, I would have been cool with. But I lean more towards DeAndre Ayton. And I'm going to stand on that, man. I feel like Phoenix is going to be a problem in 2 years. I've been riding with my son since 06, through the good and bad, and I'm not going to ever fall off. I'm not going to ever stop or waver away from my team, It is what it is. Win, lose, or draw, I'm sticking with my team, and I promote that type of mentality, and I advise everybody to do the same shit, man. I'm not saying be a Suns fan. No, if you have a team, don't jump off the ship whenever shit get bad. That applies to life as well, man. When shit's going wrong, don't think, oh, I'm just going. No, stay in that situation, and just pray on it and keep a positive mentality, and the shit's gonna change. Simple. But here, man, man, that's all I wanted, man. I had to ramble a little bit. Make sure y'all hit that like and hit that sub. Show your boys some love. Oh yeah, I got some beats coming too. Don't sleep on that. I mean, I got some beats coming. I got way more material coming, man. I'm trying to be more consistent with my shit. But yeah, man, hit man X, man, hit that sub. I'm up out of here.